But here we go. Here's the 2003 Moto Guzzi V11 Sport Naked. I'm Chamberlain, and you've been probably following my thread if you're watching this video. So I just wanted to do a quick walk around on the bike and talk about the things that have been replaced on it. This is serial number 1. Once again, this is the theoretical first serial number of 2003, so it has 6 ones at the end of the serial number, which is kind of neat. But I'm going to go through a few things on the bike here that I've changed to wrap up the thread that I've started back in October. So starting at the top, the highest point here, we got some Aprilia Piaggio mirrors. Of course, I put these on all my bikes, and I put them on my past bikes as well. They just work well, they're solid, and they resist vibration pretty well. Then we have the next obvious thing is the gas tank has been replaced, and I believe it's from a Cafe Sport, but it is the proper 2003 to 2005 size tank, and has the internal fuel pump just like the original bike did. I've also replaced the seats with a brand new Cafe Sport seat and Cafe Sport rear backrest. This rear pillion cover is from a different model. It's just a gray. Maybe I'll find one to match the Cafe Sport in the future. This is the original tailpiece on here. Just buffed it and waxed it. It has a few scratches in it, but it's not too bad. I added, one of the first things I got was the carbon fiber La Franconi mufflers, and really just for looks, because they really don't save a whole lot of weight over the aluminum cans that I took off. They just look a heck of a lot better than the purple anodized aluminum. Well, it used to be black, but now it's purple. I bought a carbon fiber kit, and we've got the carbon fiber airbox covers. We've got a carbon fiber rear fender, which is a part I got from TLM in Netherlands. But along with this kit, I also got the starter motor cover, the front fender, and the front cowling, all in the same set. Then I went and decided to change the Marzocchi forks for Alins, and the original fender from the Marzocchi forks does not fit the Alins suspension, so I had to get a different carbon fiber fender to match the proper screw patterns on the Alins. So you can see that's the next major thing I was going to discuss. Is the suspension has all been replaced. This came out of a 2003 Rosa Corsa from Netherlands, so I had those parts shipped over. They seem to be in good shape, might need to be rebuilt. If you can get a close up here, I've got brand new reservoirs for clutch and brake. I tried some Chinese aftermarket parts, but they didn't work out too well, and I've since replaced those. The next thing you might notice is the speed hut gauges. I had some custom gauges made, and I've got 120 mile an hour speedometer, which works off of GPS, so no more speedometer error, cable braking, nothing like that. It's a complete GPS, works great, and the matching tack to go with it, 10,000 RPM tack. I don't think I'll ever see 10, but got it covered just in case. This is brand new windscreen, like I said, along with that package. We went to some commonly available turn signals I got from Slovenia. You can find those all over the place. Kind of a carbon look, cheesy little turn signals. The hand grips have been replaced completely with some dominoes and some Chinese bar ends. I'll probably get rid of these after a while. I don't really like them a whole lot, but they kind of fit the bike's profile. These are brand new covers. One of these was actually from the Coppa Italia, and I was hoping to get 2 of those and put the Coppa Italia rocker covers on there, but unfortunately I could only find one, so I ended up repainting them both to match, and this is kind of this coppery, I think it was some chestnut metallic paint with a coating of diamond coat from, I can't think of the name of it right now, but you definitely want to protect the paint that you have on there, because it's going to get hot and the sun's going to hit it. So I decided to put some of that clear coat, thanks to Doc on that one. Remounted the horns, cleaned everything up, installed the Pete Roper's plate down here. You can see the Roper line, as they call it. So we've got no problems with oil slushing. We've got all new stainless hardware in everywhere that I could get at, including the headers. Somebody had already replaced the spark plugs and wires before I got the bike, so I didn't have to touch that. Brand new fuel pumps up in here, and new hoses and everything, and new connectors. So it's pretty easy to take off now that you figure out how to unplug these. Maybe it was really easy to do when it's not under pressure, so maybe that's the trick, is to relieve the pressure first before you do that, obviously. Got a new breather down here, new lock, which went with the whole lock set. So all the locks on the bike have been replaced, although I did remove the helmet lock on the left side of the bike with a die grinder, so that's gone just to clean things up a little bit. I'm not planning on hanging my helmet off the side of this bike. You can see right here I've got a cap where the speedometer cable used to be. Just cap that off on a bolt and cut it down to the right length. All the fluids have been changed out, like I said in my previous video. We've got some red line stuff, and you can see the red, a little bit of tinge of red in there in the sight glass. Cleaned that out very well as well. So that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think what else here. We got a reaction rod that I rebuilt back here, and we got some bushings from a company in the UK, and repainted the reaction rod. So that's all nice. And it was kind of herky-jerky loose before, and now it's rock solid. Changed out the fluid in the rear bevel box. Got a custom plate. It's registered until March of 2019. Rebuilt the whole tail end here with some Chinese, I don't know if they're scooter parts or motorcycle parts or what, but I made it work. And so I got a little bit consolidated and reduced in size rear tail assembly here for the tail lights and this little LED light set. All new locks here as well. And that's about it. I think that covers it. Cafe Sport rocker box protectors. I know I'm forgetting something here that's not hidden. We got a Fast by Faraci crossover pipe down here. So I don't know how much power I'm going to get out of that really, but I think I'm just really shooting for sound at this point. One of the other things you can't see in here that I forgot to mention was the K&N air filters. They're pod filters, but they're actually pretty large. I mean, they go all the way to right back here. So I mean, it's a pretty large pod filter on there. I'm hoping not to have to tune or use a power command or anything at this point. It runs pretty solid, but without a dyno, I guess it's kind of difficult to tell where the flat spots are, because my butt dyno is not very well tuned. I also wanted to mention that all of the switch gear has been changed out, including this light switch and horn turn signal assembly. The choke assembly has been completely replaced, and the starter switch has been replaced. The only thing I didn't change out is the housing for the throttle. That's the original throttle housing. It's in pretty good shape, so I think I just painted one side of it to match pretty well. But all the switch gear is new, and most importantly, regarding the handlebar area, is the Jean-Marc custom-made aluminum riser bars that I put on here, which fortunately fit the Alines as well as the Marzocchi fork tubes. So that was really nice. Raises them up a couple inches and gets the rider in a little bit taller position. And for my aging butt, that's very welcomed. Can go back to the stock ones very easily if I wanted to. These are beautifully machined pieces. I don't know how lucky I was to actually find a set for sale on V11 LeMansforums.com, but I'm very happy I got them, and it's a nice little custom touch for this bike, and from a forum member as well. All right, here we're gonna do the ceremonial key cutting here. These things are almost melting apart themselves as it is in this heat. There we go. It's official. And it started up, and the RPMs were wrong, so I set the speed hug gauges to the proper setting. It's just a matter of holding the button down when you turn the key on, and you can set the pulses on the tachometer, and now it seems to be running where it's supposed to. If you do kill the ignition while it's running, obviously the tachometer will stay at the last known RPM, in this case 1,000. So I'm going to start up again. It seems to be running fine. Oil's perfect now. It leveled out, and the overfill that I had was expected to work its way through the rest of the system, and now it's right at the full mark. It's hot as hell out here, so I'm just going to get this thing started, and you can hear it run away down the street. And if you want to come over here, you can see the RPMs now. So you can see now The RPMs are running at about 1100, probably where they're supposed to be, I'm pretty sure. And we got, apparently the red line is at 5,000. I can set that to wherever I want to. And clock is still ticking away, GPS, receiver's working properly, and the speedometer does work very well. I took it for a little ride earlier and it's right on. It just matches you. It's no delay or anything like that, so it works really nice. Oh, here we go. Pulls really strong, transmission is really solid and locks into gear very nicely. I'm impressed, and hope to get a lot of miles on this bike. Suspension, like I said, I don't have a basis of reference because I never really rode it with the Mazzocchis before, but the Öhlins seem to be very nice and plush, and hopefully I won't have to rebuild the front end anytime soon. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks to Doc and to Yap and for the V11 Le Mans forum. I really appreciate all you guys' help, and I'll continue to keep on posting pictures as I go.